Yes. Hello YouTube IG. This is Ed, Taki, and Brian with another video. And in this video, we will be covering a very specific topic on issues amongst Black people in the community.
Just want to make a disclaimer too that we're not quote unquote talking about Black people. We're just bringing some issues to the table because if we don't discuss them, we can never address them. So we can't pretend that they don't exist.
When they really do. In order for things to make sense, we have to be 100% honest.
And that's all we're trying to do.
Exactly. So, well, okay. One of the common issues I've seen over the years is that we go out our ways overly enhancing ourselves to seek validations for other people or from other people that really is not rooting for our success, no way. And it goes back to, I remember back in 2010, I was at a friend of mine's house and we was listening to a Mobb Deep CD. Not going against Black women, all Black women, but it might sound like it. But the intro to the song, they was talking about, oh, you bitches in the club, blah, 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 this and that. And then that's when he came off flowing, the Black woman. And we was listening to that, that CD. I'm like, dang. Mind you, this 2010, December 2010. We talking about artists is back in the mid-90s. And so I said, dang, that's so deep that it's spooky. Because it just takes you back to the rendezvous of your life. The dark roads you went down, dating different people. Then a year later, my mother and my sister heard. He said, play that. They had me play that 3 times because it caught their interest, because it was the truth. Because we see it all the time.
Yeah.
Because we thinking, and that's a common thing. Black women think because you got a big booty that you can lead and get your way through success and through this society. No. What you gonna do when you hit 70 and it falls, turns this way, or it drops, it overhooks 3 or 4 times, or you develop ice cream scoops? What you gonna do?
That's a interesting question. That's a sad scenario, and I also believe that one of the things that we gotta do as people is put a bit more emphasis on diversifying education. Now let me tell you what I mean by that. Okay, now for the longest it's been go to school, get good grades, go to college, and then you get this high paying job. Okay, first of all, let's be frank about this. Everyone don't have the capacity for college.
Right.
You're standing 4 year of college. Okay, I can honestly say, just talking with y'all two, okay, as y'all both know, okay, there's other ways to make money, and, especially in the skilled trades and stuff like that. And okay, guess what? Being a brick mason, being a welder, being a mechanic, okay, you don't need the traditional 4 year college, but it's in high demand.
Yeah,
and
It's needed.
It is needed because guess what? Someone got to work those jobs, and it's not a low paying job.
No, it's not. You can actually get paid by the job and not by the hour. And if this younger generation had the wisdom to take advantage of that opportunity, earn all that you can.
Right.
With the attitude that they have now, that they don't want to work for nobody and be told what to do, hey, that's the perfect fit for you. You still have to have professional skills. You have to be properly.
See now okay. And speaking of that, his question though. Okay, this I just said this young generation falls under us in our parents. So I guess the question would be, what didn't we do as a generation? You know what I mean? Because I know that I got my issues with man. I know you got issues with yours and everything, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's a lot that how we was brought up and stuff we did. I guess the work ethic is different. Is that fair to say that y'all know
different? It's completely different because I had the type of parents. Once you hit adolescence, well, I'm the oldest, so they stress that I get a job before I graduate. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was mad at them for years. But at the same time, I will say thank you today because I would not have this independent mindset. I learned how to survive out here because I wasn't always fortunate enough to have a vehicle to commute to work. I commuted walking, bus system, on a bike, blizzards, thunders, thunder and lightning. Sometimes riding a bike from one city back to the city that I'm in, make my lunch, change clothes, to take the bike to another city. Not just through the summer, not just through the fall, but through the winter. And caught a flat a few times. When it's -20 outside. I gotta walk the bike.
Hustle mentality.
Yeah, that was hustle mentality. And that's what I stressed to my son today. You gotta get out here and do what you have to do. Because you are the age now, hey, we can't make your decisions for you. You gotta be accountable for every decision that you make and be accountable to own up to why you failed at every decision that you made. And so his comeback was that I'm tough. Well, show me that you tough. You ain't tough until you can do what I did.
See,
and I doubt that seriously that you ever be that tough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, I think coming from the young generation, it's the bravado that you gotta prove to the old generation that you tougher, better, and all of that, and
you really didn't know nothing.
Nah,
we had to learn that we didn't know nothing. Yeah. We challenged the era before us.
Yeah,
we was dumb. You look back at the stuff.
I kind of had a different. Well, I'm kind of changing the subject a little bit, but it falls under the umbrella of like the issues we're talking about in the Black community. And I'm thinking from personal experience. We gotta stop making fun of Black people that talk proper. We gotta stop calling that talking white. I remember in high school, went to Subway. Young lady that I went to high school with, she served me. She worked at Subway, and I put my order in, and she was like, "You eat like a white girl." Like, what does that mean?
What? I'm still trying to figure that out.
What does that mean?
We have to stop ascribing positive attributes to white culture. Talking proper shouldn't be white.
Right.
Eating healthy shouldn't be being like a white girl. Going to the gym. This is what my Black female counterparts say. You work out like a white woman. What does that mean?
Well, I could say this though. Being around both cultures and everything, I know there's something just like I know both of you guys have too and everything. And I know for a while, especially in my early 20s and everything, okay, I was always the anomaly because I didn't do what Black
your typical
what Black folks was supposed to do and everything. So one man that was part of the nation once told me you could confront them with hostility or you could confront them with education. So my thing was, okay, you know what, be ready. And I like to say this. I said, well, if you're gonna go ahead and say I'm not the prototypical black person. I said, so what does that mean? And talking about, well, I said, think this, you're not trying to sound racist, but I said, usually when people say I'm not trying to sound racist, but you usually are a racist, but you just don't want to take it to the forefront and be a man or a woman and just say, I'm a racist, I don't like you. That's why I have no problem with skinheads, Klansmen, and people of
because
that
it's direct. The
yeah,
energy is direct.
They tell you how they feel.
No in between.
And they make no apologies for it. And I'm fine with that and everything.
Right.
I'd rather know that that snake is right there versus that one snake that's going to put this right in my back.
Exactly. It's going to slither around you between your legs and fang you in your spine.
Because when you said, they say they're not a racist, but you just negated everything you just said by saying but.
Yeah. Right.
Leave the disclaimer off and just say what you want to say.
Right. And let me decide. And that's another thing. Okay, when other racial groups saying that we don't have a right to feel the way we feel about racism, that kind of irritates me because it's like I would admit every culture has a plight. Just like every group in this country has a plight about being done wrong or mistreated. And I would never make light of that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, okay, our people, one, we're not immigrants. Okay, number two, okay, our blood from our forefathers and foremothers built this damn country. And number three, for all the immigrants that came here, most of us was here before they were here.
A lot of us.
A lot of us were here before they were here.
Now,
a lot of our bloodlines run through their bloodlines.
And don't want to admit it.
We all mixed.
We all mixed. I don't care what your complexions are. I don't care if you're as pure as snow. You're mixed.
Yeah.
Accept it. Live with it. Deal with it.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to me.
It's a beautiful thing because you can learn a lot about yourself through different strands of your DNA.
Absolutely.
To take your integrity to a whole nother level. If you have the time and patience to really run through that.
Even when we all do working out, you know, each group has its genetic advantages
over the other
in the gym. And those are fun things to explore.
Yeah. Because your way is uncomfortable for me. My way is uncomfortable for you. Your way is uncomfortable for us and vice versa for you. But then at the end of the day, it's everybody's uncomfortability that takes us to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
Not trying to be the smartest in the room, but compare sizes of all that other crap that people be on. Because we notorious for all the above.
Yeah, and for us to be the next best version of ourselves and everything, okay, it first starts with the person in the mirror.
Yep.
And I'm about our people. I'll be the first to say that. But before it starts with our people, it starts with the person in the mirror first. You got to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah. And every time you point these fingers, these two fingers come right back at you.
So be ready and be accountable for everything you do and everything. And I think that's a start.
I got to apply that strongly.
Because even with me and him being around each other, because me and him reunited, it didn't start good.
Nah.
It didn't start good at all.
Didn't know that.
We had two immature co-workers.
Yeah. and I'm really not gonna get into
that discussion.
Those two individuals, but in the end, I say that if nothing else, I don't wish them no ill will. I just hope they find peace in their life and everything because I found mine, he found his, and you found yours. So if they can't do that, that's a them problem. That's on them.
Not my issue, exactly. Because you can go back around them guys, and they still reminisce everything that happened back then.
Yeah, and your life moved forward.
I'm like,
okay.
I said, this is why we fell out. You be living. I've accepted your hand that you dealt, so you don't have to explain yourself.
They
See,
stuck there.
Yeah, even though I squashed that with you, I would never trust you.
Yeah.
See, and thing I can respect about this man right here, he's a way more forgiving person than me. I'm just one of the people who just if I'm like like done.
See that lie I just told you?
No,
You told a big lie. You told that right.
No,
Learning.
He told a huge lie because he's more forgiving than I am in some areas.
Oh.
Well,
Because he's been in places where I saw a person I fell out. I don't give him the satisfaction. Of course, I'm gonna give him the satisfaction of not pretending to be phony.
Yeah.
Believe you me. I have nothing to say to you.
All individuals.
Right.
Got our own way of dealing with things.
Right.
Some people let it go. It's probably healthier. Like you say, I wouldn't trust them anymore.
I wouldn't trust them.
No.
I'm learning how to forgive. I'm not perfectly forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Few people I fell out with a year ago, I still ain't dealt with them yet.
That's your choice.
Yeah.
It's respectable.
But they pretend like it's cool. It's not cool. Because of in the street life, you got snuck up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't play that game, so yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm more on the thing of
Right.
I'm just gonna leave you where you're at,
Right.
and I'm just gonna move forward because
Right.
at the end of the day,
Right.
a lot of people say I forgive, but I believe a lot of people just say
they forget,
all right, or they try and get past certain things. That's why
they lie.
That's why I
And
really
you know why?
use that word.
You know why they lie?
Why?
Because the very first person to say, don't give them the power of getting next to you. That's the first person that get triggered off over something as little as somebody cutting them off in traffic. Be mindful of what you say you've grown out of, because you will get tested and you fail that test just that fast. The test will hit you from the blind side, and before you know it, you done reacted and contradicted yourself.
Valid point.
Yeah. I'm human. I'm not going to pretend that if I got an issue with you, I ain't forgot the issue. I might still, till I'm grown past it, I'm still treat you a certain way to let you know I still had an issue with you.
My thing is, as individuals, there's no one right or wrong way how to deal with it. We just deal with it how we deal with it.
Yeah, different levels.
That's it. That's all. There's no playbook on it. Me, I'm pretty forgiving. I might have a spat with somebody. I forget 5 minutes later, unless you did something really terrible, like tried to hurt my mom. But
And then,
I don't know. I don't hold grudges.
well, it got to be different levels to it.
I do agree with that.
You got calls about what you just said. Now, the principle, you have every right to hold a grudge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the tedious grudges we talk about, that's really blow off. But we came up where we had to fight and defend ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
Even to this day, you still have to defend your manhood.
It's funny you say manhood. I'm far from a man, but I got my dad's personality, and I think that's why I don't hold grudges. I just keep it moving. So
that's good. Like you said, back in the summertime, after being over 40, you should be able.
I got too much going on. So
That you need to be tending to.
Yes.
And to worry about past tense issues and things of that nature. I feel you.
Yes, sure. I believe this was a very, very enlightening conversation. And if anyone you guys want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I'll summarize it.
Go ahead.
We kind of freestyled it today with different topics under a wide umbrella, and you can see the variety of 3 different personalities come together. As Brian said, it was a good talk, and we're pretty much wrapping it up with this one.
Exactly. We'll be looking forward to keeping you all posted with future conversations and issues that occur in our community. Looking forward. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Don't eat too much.